board 4761. Out of my hands. I don't see it. I mean, in the past, I hadn't seen enough demand for it rather. I think people have kind of used /HR as more of a celebrity board, kind of high quality, kind of paparazzi and shots like that, and TV, quote unquote body of work is God, that's been wonderful. So I don't really see the demand or really the need between TV and /HR that some /HR, but HR. At least maybe not a lot of people use that board, but so I don't think we'll see a celebrity board. At least again, it's why we didn't see it under my tenure, and who am I to say that going forward there won't be one? But I don't really see the need for it. Please tell me somebody is recording this for 479. So the beauty of this is that when I'm done, which I'll get kicked off in about 40 minutes once the time is up, the 8-hour timer. For those of you who are just tuning in, I've been doing this for almost 8 hours, for 7.5 hours now. Again, there's no way I'm going to get to to all of your questions at this point, given I'm only in the second thread. But feel free to email me. I guess you can. I actually don't check Twitter. It always amused me. I might check Twitter once a month. I checked earlier today because I had to post a link to this, but the fact that people still tweet at me incessantly, it used to be the outlaws and free SP people. Now it's been the, I don't even know what to call them at this point, but people just basically CCing me in all sorts of tweets that say I'm a fuckhead. For a long time, if you looked at my last tweet for the past about 6 or 7 months, it was that I stopped using social media, specifically Twitter and Facebook. So I was kind of amused by that. Back in July, when I was solo traveling, I decided to stop using Twitter and Facebook. But you can still follow me on Twitter. I probably won't see you if you at mention me. But when I post blog posts on my personal blog, they get tweeted out automatically. So you can follow my blog. And you can again email me at moot@fortune.org. You can, because I will not get to all these. Let's see. 4812, how are you planning to spend your first days free from the responsibility of running 4chan? Well, the last few days I haven't really done much of anything. Yesterday, I kind of edged out. I slept in. And today I kind of slept in a little bit and went and ate a piece of pizza and got some snacks. I got that Mexican Coke earlier so I could have something to drink, and proceeded to not drink it for like 4 or 5 hours. Should have drank a lot earlier to keep my blood sugar up. But so I don't know. This weekend I don't really have any plans. It's 9:30 on a Friday night, and I'm talking to 35,000 of you guys. And this is, in fact, how I spend most of my Friday nights. For everybody who thinks I have a life outside of 4chan and out partying hardy and being a normie, I spend a lot of my Friday nights. Sometimes I get dinner or dessert with a friend or bubble tea or whatever. But a lot of time I end up just on my computer posting on the internet. So this is a normal Friday night for me, but this weekend I don't have much going on, and going forward, I really don't have any concrete plans. So hopefully I will make it to Mutsuko or something where I can just be off the grid for a few days and really just kind of relax. Maybe then all the emotions, I'll be crying myself to sleep on a beach, sipping from my shitty Corona and bawling into my pillow. But yeah, probably not. But it'd be a pretty fun. I'll definitely tweet a photo if I make it to Mexico. I like the rate my gun 4893. Looks I don't really know what I'm looking at, but looks pretty deadly. Number 4920, is the bee is a honeypot thing truth or just a slim rumor? That thread that has I bet everybody's gonna read into my cough right now. Oh god. Anyway, that that kind of, I've seen the screenshot or a few screenshots or copy pasta circulating for the longest time about my nephew's cousin's brother knows Moot or was a 4chan mod and has this inside knowledge. Again, anything you read that ever claims that a 4chan mod or has any inside knowledge is absolutely wrong immediately, because they never have inside knowledge. No single person on the team had any idea that I was resigning until I made the announcement, and I emailed them immediately once it went live. The only 3 people that knew anything about it were the 3 people that I briefed basically the day before about, hey, do you want to be a part of the transition team, which wasn't maybe the kindest to them, but thankfully they all said yes. But again, you can, the most major decision I've ever made from the site wasn't communicated to anybody. Again, it's not the cabal you seem to think it is. But anyway, we kind of covered this a little bit ago. Are the alphabet agencies monitoring 4chan? I have no idea. There's really no way for me to know that, but it's not a honeypot. Maybe in the sense that it is for idiots. If you post something illegal there, or if you post, say, a shooting or a bomb threat, and somebody were to report that to law enforcement, and we were to be served with legal process and have information, then we would thus be compelled by the law to turn over that information. So you're a complete freaking idiot if you think that it's a great idea to tell how much you're gonna go kill people tomorrow. So it's not advisable to break the law on B or 4, any of 4chan, but it's not a honeypot, strictly. And again, as far as I know, privacy laws in the United States would prevent, these alphabet agencies from having kind of that, in the wake of the Snowden disclosures. I think it was kind of later revealed that, again, a lot of whatever access they seem to have, it was without the knowledge of Apple and Google and Facebook and all these others. And Google hadn't, for example, been encrypting the basically their VPN traffic in between their data centers, because they figured, well, transit isn't inherently secure, but again, who could possibly be in a position to eavesdrop or on all of our traffic in transit? As it turned out, the NSA could do that. And Google is been kind of a leader in kind of encrypting or supporting SSL or Start TLS on their on Gmail and stuff like that. So again, that the disclosures led to a lot of and we support it. SSL, if you're not using 4chan over SSL, we're supporting HTTPS everywhere, and we actually have an option that settings that rewrites all the URLs. You should definitely use HTTPS everywhere, but if you can't for some reason, you can use, there's a settings option on 4chan that forces basically all the URLs to go over HTTPS. But I don't know. Again, if you're going to do something illegal on B, I wouldn't recommend it. But it is not an FBI honeypot, contrary to the wonderful conspiracy image. 4956. Why is the site change to need more JavaScript instead of less now that you're leaving? Reliability. I don't know specifically what you're referring to. One of the very small changes we made a few days ago, maybe a week or two ago, is we used to duplicate the board navigation in the HTML. We just basically had it at the top and the bottom, and which is stupid and wasteful. And we decided to basically clone that using. So there are two, a few pieces of JavaScript there that load depending on what extensions you have, but we basically have two primary files for 4chan. One is called core.js and one is called extension.js. Extension is all the kind of fancy features. Core is like the minimum features that you need, which is like the password cookie and what the hell else? The style switcher, the cookie for the styles and stuff like that. And so we put that into core.js that just takes all those nodes and basically clones them to the bottom of the page with the thought that, again, you should essentially never, ever, ever notice that, because if you load a thread, you're very rarely going to be at the bottom of the page. And even if you are, that JavaScript executes like immediately. And so you should never notice the bottom nav not being there. And by taking that out, we save a kilobyte compressed of page weight. And so, the greater good there was served, I think, in that, it bloated the JavaScript by all of like a few bytes, and in exchange we saved a full kilobyte on